Welcome back, friends, to Time Rewind TV. Today, we're going back to 1988 to revisit Die Hard, the action classic that gave us explosive thrills, unforgettable villains, and Bruce Willis as the legendary John McClane. But nearly 4 decades later, the real stories of its cast have taken very different turns. Some became Hollywood icons, while others sadly left us far too soon. So get comfortable, and let's remember the cast of Die Hard, then and now in 2026. Alan Rickman was born in 1946 in London, England. He was 42 when he made his feature film debut as Hans Gruber, calm, elegant, and terrifying without ever needing to raise his voice. Rickman gave Hans the manners of a gentleman and the instincts of a ruthless criminal, making him the perfect opposite of John McClane. Die Hard changed Rickman's career overnight, leading to unforgettable roles in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Sense and Sensibility, and eventually Professor Snape in the Harry Potter films. He died in 2016 at age 69 from pancreatic cancer. Hans Gruber worked because Rickman never played him like a typical action villain. He was intelligent, charming, funny, and always seemed one step ahead, until McClane finally caught up with him. Bonnie Bedelia was born in 1948 in New York City. She was 40 when she played Holly Gennaro McClane, John's estranged wife and one of the hostages trapped inside Nakatomi Plaza. Bedelia gave Holly intelligence, composure, and enough backbone to stand up to Hans Gruber without turning her into a helpless victim. Bedelia already had a successful career before Die Hard and later became familiar to another generation through Parenthood. Now 78, she remains closely associated with Holly. The character worked because she wasn't simply waiting for John to save her. While he fought upstairs, Holly protected her co-workers and kept her fear under control. She wasn't McClane's weakness, she was every bit as stubborn as he was. Bruce Willis was born in 1955 in West Germany and grew up in New Jersey. He was 33 when he played John McClane, barefoot, bleeding, exhausted, and completely unprepared for the nightmare waiting inside Nakatomi Plaza. Willis gave McClane something action heroes rarely showed in the 1980s: vulnerability. He got hurt, complained, made mistakes, and kept fighting anyway. Before Die Hard, Willis was best known for moonlighting. The movie transformed him into one of Hollywood's biggest action stars and launched a franchise that lasted decades. Now 71, Willis has retired from acting. McClane worked because he never seemed invincible. Every punch, bullet, and broken window hurt, and watching an ordinary cop refuse to quit made him feel genuinely heroic. Reginald VelJohnson was born in 1952 in New York City. He was 36 when he played Sergeant Al Powell, the patrol officer who becomes McClane's only trustworthy connection to the outside world. VelJohnson gave Powell warmth, humor, and humanity, turning conversations over a radio into some of the movie's most emotional moments. A year later, VelJohnson became one of America's favorite television fathers as Carl Winslow on Family Matters. Now 73, he remains beloved by fans of both roles. Powell worked because McClane needed more than police backup, he needed someone who believed him. Two strangers became friends without seeing each other face to face, giving all the explosions and gunfire something Die Hard unexpectedly had: heart. Paul Gleason was born in 1939 in Jersey City, New Jersey. He was 49 when he played Deputy Police Chief Dwayne T. Robinson, loud, stubborn, and absolutely convinced he understood the crisis better than the man actually trapped inside it. Gleason made Robinson frustrating in exactly the right way. Already famous as Principal Vernon in The Breakfast Club, Gleason had perfected the art of playing authority figures audiences loved to dislike. He died in 2006 at age 67 from mesothelioma. Robinson worked because everyone recognized the type, a man safely standing outside while confidently telling the person in danger what to do. His bad decisions made McClane's impossible night even harder, and often much funnier. Devereaux White was born in 1965 in Los Angeles, California. He was 23 when he played Argyle, the young limousine driver who drops McClane at Nakatomi Plaza and then unknowingly spends Christmas Eve trapped in the building's garage. White gave Argyle a relaxed, playful energy that offered a perfect break from the violence happening upstairs. White later stepped away from major Hollywood roles, but Argyle remained the character audiences remembered. Now 61, he is still closely associated with Die Hard. Argyle worked because he seemed like the one guy who had accidentally wandered into the wrong movie. While terrorists and cops battled above him, he had music and a limousine downstairs, until the moment finally came for him to become part of the action. William Atherton was born in 1947 in Orange, Connecticut. He was 41 when he played Richard Thornberg, the aggressive television reporter willing to cross almost any line for a story. Atherton gave Thornberg enough arrogance and ambition to make audiences dislike him even while armed criminals were holding an entire building hostage. Atherton had already mastered memorable antagonistic roles in movies like Ghostbusters and Real Genius, and he continued acting for decades. Now 79, he remains one of Hollywood's most recognizable screen troublemakers. Thornberg worked because he proved you didn't need a gun to make everything worse. His hunger for a scoop endangered McClane's family, giving Die Hard a completely different kind of villain. Hart Bochner was born in 1956 in Toronto, Canada. He was 31 when he played Harry Ellis, slick, arrogant, and so confident in his own charm that he actually believed he could negotiate with Hans Gruber. Bochner gave Ellis the energy of a man who had spent his whole life talking his way through problems, until he finally met someone who wasn't interested in listening. Bochner continued acting and later moved into directing, building a career across film and television. Now 69, Ellis remains one of his most recognizable roles. Ellis worked because his greatest weakness wasn't fear, it was confidence. He believed money, status and smooth talk could save him, and his fatal mistake showed audiences exactly how dangerous Hans Gruber really was. James Shigeta was born in 1929 in Honolulu, Hawaii. He was 59 when he played Joseph Takagi, the calm and dignified president of the Nakatomi Corporation whose Christmas party becomes Hans Gruber's target. Shigeta gave Takagi quiet courage, refusing to surrender information even when he understood exactly how dangerous the situation had become. Long before Die Hard, Shigeta helped break barriers for Asian American actors with leading roles in films like The Crimson Kimono and Flower Drum Song. He died in 2014 at age 85. Takagi worked because Shigeta made dignity feel stronger than fear. His screen time was short, but his confrontation with Gruber immediately told audiences that these criminals weren't playing games. Alexander Godunov was born in 1949 in Riga, then part of the Soviet Union. He was 38 when he played Karl, Hans Gruber's blonde, cold-blooded enforcer whose mission becomes deeply personal after McClane kills his brother Tony. Godunov gave Karl a physical intensity that made every encounter with McClane feel dangerous. Before Hollywood, Godunov had been an internationally acclaimed ballet dancer and famously defected from the Soviet Union in 1979. He later appeared in films including Witness before Die Hard gave him his most famous action role. Godunov died in 1995 at age 45 from complications related to chronic alcoholism. Karl worked because he stopped feeling like just another henchman. Once revenge took over, every fight with McClane became personal, brutal, and unpredictable. And once again, thanks for joining us here at Time Rewind TV. Looking back at Die Hard, 1988, reminds us why this action classic still has a special place in movie history. Which character or moment do you remember most? Share your memories in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you again on Time Rewind TV.